Okay, so in the last little while, I have been rocking around a lot of secondhand stores and op shops, furnishing my new place, and I saw this sitting on the counter. And as a dude that had some pretty significant heart issues just last year, I figured I probably needed to buy it. Plus, it was two whole dollars, so hey. So now that I have a kitchen, and one of the things that was the plan with the kitchen was to start eating better, my plan is to randomly pick two recipes per week from this cookbook and trial them. So, two times a week, I will randomly pick a recipe until I've tried everything. I won't necessarily make it exactly because there are some things I'm just not into, but I thought I would have a crack at healthy heart cookery. So, hey, it'll make me make some new things, so that'll be cool. Excited to see what comes from it. Okay, so got a random number generator. Going to use that to pick the recipe I start with and where I go from there. So there's about 40 recipes in the book, so I picked up to 25, and the first recipe we're going with is recipe number 8. So let's see what that is, and yeah, let's go. Okay, so because it was a low number and because this recipe book is organised like most recipe books, it's a breakfast. So apparently my first recipe is citrus zing, and it looks like cut fruit. But hey, we'll give it a go. Okay, so this is my attempt at the whatever the heck it was called, citrus zing. Um, my supermarket did not have red grapefruit, and I figured I'd go with rock melon because it was what they had, and at least it'd give a colour contrast. So, yep, it's kind of basically just a fruit salad, but hey, it's in the recipe book, so we've got to try it. Okay, so my knife work compared to the recipe picture sucks, and the look is pretty rubbish because I don't have the pretty contrast of the red grapefruit, but it tastes pretty damn good. So pretty easy recipe to start with, but we'll roll the random numbers generator and see what happens next. Citrus zing, tick. 16. Okay, so 16 plus 8 is 24, so that means that our recipe is roasted vegetables with hot chili pepper dip. Again, so far I think I've found the two most basic recipes in the book, but that's what the random numbers are saying, so that's our next mission. So I promise I'm honestly not selecting the easiest recipes from this book, but the second recipe seems to be basically roast vegetables with a chili sauce. So here we have some vegetables. Now I've got to get my chopping face on and try not to lose any fingers, and we will see what we can achieve. So in a definite case of my knife work is atrocious, the real actual food compared to the picture in the book tastes good, but it doesn't look the same. Not enough colour in mine, but yeah, I guess I got the boring variety of sweet potato instead of orange just to make the food look so colourful. Chili sauce is pretty yummy, but needs to be pureed or needs to go through a blender, and I don't got one. But hey, tasty and not quite like the picture. We'll see what the next recipe on the cab off the rank looks like. Maybe it'll be something that is a bit more like an actual recipe. So 18 on the random number generator puts us all the way back to the beginning of the book again, so it's back to breakfasts. So this time we have exotic dried fruit compote, which again looks like sliced up fruit, which is ridiculous, but I'm sure when I make it, it won't look as pretty as that. But yeah, let's give it a lash. Okay, so there's the recipe photo. There's my attempt. It's probably the closest to the photo so far, but it is basically just dried fruit soaked in fruit juice and boiled away. So it's like rehydrated, dehydrated fruit. Wonder what the next random number will get for me. Oh, better taste it now. Okay, so I had to make a few adjustments to the recipe. So hoki is apparently a white fish, and apparently so is haddock, so that was an easy swap. Supermarket I went to didn't have shallots, so I just had to go with onions. I just had to chop them fine. And the sort of pasta on the recipe was like $10, and I just got fettuccine, which just looks like a thinner cut. So we will have to see how it all comes together. Boom. Okay, so there's the pretty picture in the recipe book, and there's my creation. So I didn't have smoked fish, I just had fresh, which might be why it fell to pieces a bit more, or it could just be that my knife work is atrocious. And it appears that my ratios of pasta to sauce is a bit screwed up, but sauce is the best bit of pasta anyway, so hey, that doesn't seem like a bad thing. Now to give it a taste, let's see what we have. So the next number on the random generator is mushroom stroganoff. So that picture looks kind of yummy and a bit chaotic, so with my prep skills it might actually end up looking something like the picture. And mushrooms are always a good feed, so hey, fingers crossed it's something yummy. Okay, so there's the pretty recipe book photo of mushroom stroganoff. And there's my creation. Again, it's not as well lit. My knife work is atrocious, but looks and smells pretty damn yummy. So yeah, probably the closest to the picture so far. And the one that smells the best so far, so that's cool. Let's see what it tastes like. So there's all the supplies for the current feed. Had to make some subtle changes. Couldn't find any big crunchy noodles, so that was what I ended up, or bean sprouts, so that's what I ended up with. I didn't know what Chinese leaves were, but I got this, which is soon sort of bok choy-ish. So hopefully that'll do the job. So now I've just got to make it. Let's see how that goes. So there's the pretty picture from the recipe book. And there's my creation. Like, my noodles are different, and there's way more juices in mine, but smells real yummy. And yeah, it looks like noodles in a bowl, let's be honest. Whereas the one in the book looks like noodles in a bowl if it was fake and for a book. But hey, something I've never made before, so good times. Now I've got to eat it. Yum.